I'd like to talk to you today about reflect and review, really. R&R, we'll call it. Looking now at the end of the year and going forward to next year, what's been successful? Well, for us, we're a Google college, so being able to use all the platforms that we've got available on Google's been really good. And the ease of use, I'd say, has been good for us. I've particularly made about 100 screen recordings of when students have needed support or to look at the work. I've been able to record about their draft feedback and be particularly on that piece of work and talk through it. My students have found this really useful. Also I've found useful is Google Meet. We've used that a lot to talk to the students and for staff for meetings. However, Google Meet, having live sessions with a lot of learners, hasn't been that successful. For me, I don't think that a lot of the students have been able to give their opinion and contribute as much as I'd have really have liked. Going forward then for next year, you need to know what model you're going to use for next year. So for me, is it the blended approach where we have students in and give them the content, and then online is where we give them more of the tutorial support and more working with small groups online to help? I think that will be more successful. Research has found, hasn't it, that new content's really difficult online. If it's not written to be online, our courses are not written solely to be online from the start, if you know what I mean. What's been surprising for me has been the emotional impact of being on lockdown. People speaking to you one-to-one. It's different when you're at work, in the office, in the classroom. People behave differently. And because people are in the homes, they're more likely to open up more to you. So I've found that difficult sometimes when people have been upset and talking about, bereavements that they've been suffering throughout this. I must say for myself, my colleagues have been exceptional in giving me the support that I've needed, and asked how I am, and asked how I am again, and supported me through that. I've really enjoyed the CPD part of being on lockdown. That's been really fantastic for me, that I've been able to spend some time exploring ideas and using a bit of, the YouTuber way of CPD. Oh yeah, I'll dip into this webinar. Oh, it's not really for me. All right, I'll go make a cup of tea, move on to something else. If you've spent £100 going down to London, it's not value for money, but there's been a lot of good free stuff out there, and I've written little bits about that on a blog and used it for my own CPD records. I've really enjoyed the ICT Evangelist webinar that I saw yesterday. On that, he spoke about the importance of the induction and knowing about the learners' abilities in terms of not only their academic ability but their ICT ability, and the need to think about building the community. So we do that in the classroom, and we learn a lot about our learners in the classroom, but learning about their online and helping them, support them get the online identity. And what would be important for me and the team is what we call netiquette, where learners are aware of when support is available. We're used to scrolling and chatting to us friends all the time, and I've found that people have been contacting me at all hours, and as it's been locked down, I felt that I've needed to respond to those learners, because they're out there on their own almost. So it's helped me connect better to the learners by giving them instant support and instant feedback. And that's something that a lot of researchers have been commenting on recently, is instant feedback and the strength of that to help learners go forward and to support them on their draft contents. So for me next year, I'll be looking at how we're going to plan the modules, where the online content will come, because we won't be in college all the time, and what that will look like. The induction process is going to be so important to establish the learners, to put that so it's normal that they post a comment or they're able to do something, they're able to chat and feel comfortable. And that's worth investing in before the actual content of the course. It's getting learners up to speed with how to use the equipment and everything there. I'm really looking forward to next year. I can't wait to get started, but I'm missing the team, I'm missing being together. Virtually has worked, but I do like being in front of the team, and I've really enjoyed watching all the CPD videos and everything that people have posted, and I hope this one's okay for you. Take care.